Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the daily chart here, we are looking at our ultimate bull run, which it might be finished, of course, in this top here, unless, of course, we still have one more wave toward the upside, which is a little bit low possibility here, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wave 5 is 1112. We finish 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and we're looking right now for a one more single wave 4 and potentially a wave 5 toward the upside. However, I'm gonna zoom in inside it. If you can see, the time of this wave 4 has passed so much the time of this wave 2. It looks so much bigger, of course, than this time here taken for this wave 4. However, the time has never been in an invalidation here in Elliott wave, and also, of course, it still can be possible, but the problem again in the structure here. In the structure where we have a WX and a Y, we have finished 3 waves exactly here. Unless, of course, our WXY has to be finished exactly in this area as a zigzag here. And where do we have a zigzag? WXY here for the X, and then, of course, a zigzag for the Y. In this case scenario, of course, we can potentially call a finished WXY and say that a move toward the upside. However, the problem with this structure is that this zigzag, this Y, is so much bigger than this W, which is not really nice. What it match much more, of course, in this case is, of course, this W match this Y, and exactly taking the wave Y exactly here, plus the wave A in case we are in an ABC more bearish, right? In this case scenario, if we have this as WXY and we bottomed exactly here, and now we're starting a new structure which is 3 waves up, 3 waves down, we're looking for 5 waves up to finish a wave B. And this will reduce, of course, much more the possibility of this move toward the upside for wave 5, because anyway, you are 3 waves up and then 3 waves down, and you're looking for 5 waves up to finish an expanding flat for a wave B, meaning continuation simply toward the downside, which is opening, of course, the highest possibility here for the bearish scenario rather than the bullish scenario. And this is, of course, explained again because yesterday someone asked me, of course, to re-explain the scenario why we removed this scenario. Yesterday I did not mention this scenario anymore, and of course this is the last time we mention it. But let me explain it before I totally remove it, of course, from my analysis. And this is the reason, because the possibility is very low for it right now. The highest possibility is, of course, for this scenario, moving, of course, for a wave C. Now, whether we move wave C from here directly, or we move wave C from this top after having an A, B, and a C for a wave B, which would look much more balanced, right? As, of course, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Hitting exactly the 68K, 67K very nicely, and then, of course, getting closer and closer to a new bull run after the 3-wave corrective, of course. We will expect in all case scenario a rebound to the upside. Of course, in case we did not finish this bear market, we will move higher for 3-wave, and then one more low, of course, with 5 waves toward the downside, unless we got a crossroad here and we continue for a new bull run toward the upside. These are the insights for the daily and what to expect, of course, in the next weeks. Now, if we dive deeper inside this area, and before moving inside it totally, I would like just to mention that we are still in the base channel as well, and taking this midline here as, of course, as a resistance, meaning we are still very far from bullish scenario as well. Now, if we move at the 4-hour chart here, so in the 4-hour chart, we are looking at a W, X, and a Y towards the downside here, finishing, of course, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and even an impulse, so we can call it even ABC, very nice ABC. And currently, we're looking for a very sharp wave 3 toward the upside, 3 waves toward the upside for a wave B. However, this wave B is very, very fast and very, very shallow in time. As you can see, the time required, the perfect time is at least the 0.618 for a wave B, meaning the wave B should be exactly here. Or the minimum requirement in a very rare case scenario is a 0.38 at least. So what I of course see here, that we still need this move toward the upside for a wave B, reaching at least the 1.38 taken of course from the wave A to the wave B, and having a wave C toward the upside, finishing around the 100k, finishing this wave B exactly inside this blue box at least, and then moving of course continuously toward the downside to finish this big correction. Now, if we move inside it even much more, yesterday, of course, we had an update for what we might face today. And yeah, exactly this is what exactly we had. I mentioned that it will be not easy to take the high, and that was very, very obvious through KGT, if you remember. If you go to the last video, we said, of course, it's not easy to take the high, and this is exactly why we were very close, but we moved down. But what is beautiful here is that we have a formation of a leading diagonal. If you move to the 15-minute chart to see it much more clearer, what do we have? After we got here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we finished a wave 1. We got, of course, our wave 2 as an expanding flat as well, wave 2. And then, of course, we moved a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 1 again. ABC again as an expanding flat, beautiful fib levels hit, and also fib level for a wave 2 perfectly hit 0.618. And of course, right now what do we have is the following. We have a 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I know that the wave 3 looks very long here, but in price it did not reach the 1-to-1 fib level, which is very, very nice. It's still, of course, a very valid as a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 4 is shorter than your wave 2. Your wave 3 is shorter than the wave 1 as well. And your wave 5 is shorter than the wave 3, definitely. And of course, we have kind of like zigzags here. So zigzag for wave 1, zigzag for a wave 3, and zigzag for a wave 5. Very nice leading diagonal. We got, of course, a retracement for a wave 2. So potentially, we would like to see higher prices again. But it's time, of course, to see a big wave 3 toward the upside. If we don't see a big wave 3 today towards the upside, and we see, of course, further move towards the upside, yeah, therefore the momentum start, of course, to get very, very slow. As you can see, the momentum is turning around. So it's not really nice, as you can see, yeah. Unless, of course, we break it and we move toward the upside in one more move for higher. So based on Elliott wave, we still looking, of course, for higher today. So the scenario that we are looking at here is, of course, a triple 1-2s here. So we're gonna extend, of course, those labeling to there, and we have, of course, an additional 1-2 here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3 here. We're gonna put this, of course, in the gray, this one in the white, and this one is in the yellow, of course, and a little bit bigger. Here we go. So this is what we are expecting, of course, for the next two. So we are still higher potential for bullish here. But yeah, if we lose the momentum, that would not be nice. Yeah, this is the idea. We need, of course, to move towards the upside with this massive wave. And we need to break definitely at least the 84K. This is still, of course, the same level that we need to break at 84K 700, I would say. And taking the invalidation of this potential 1-2, very, very low possibility, but in case, that would be a much better confirmation. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.